Hey guys, it's Cathy here with QBOchat, and I've put up some more stuff around here lately. You like my little blackboard? It says QBOchat. That was actually in my bedroom for a really long time, so yeah, now it's here. Anyways, hi, good morning. It is our Tuesday morning coffee with Cathy today, and who's ready to get started and talk about some things. So here's how the deal goes. I'm drinking coffee. I feel like this is the cup I end up having every week. Choose happy, right? Still looking for some apps out there that might be interested in sharing a little coffee mug with me, so I can pitch or say something about them during Coffee with Cathy. Look, anyway. So the other thing today, I am standing up. I'm at my stand-up, stand-up desk, and so you're gonna see me moving around a little bit more because I'm not in a chair, and I have to move a little bit. I get antsy, I get nervous and antsy. So that being said, if you are here and watching, please say hi so I know you're here. And if you have any comments or thoughts or anything that's going on, it does not even have to relate to this topic that I have today. Share it. I'd love to talk to you, talk to, about it or anything. So I'm totally here for you. Yay. So I'm looking around at different things on my screen. That's why you see my eyes going every which way. I'm like looking at it like, oh, look, when I look at that screen, you see that and da da da. So there you go. Pandora Fox, hi. Thanks for joining. So, okay. If you guys know me, seen anything of my life recently, it's been a little hectic, right? So a little background, I do have an office at home. I have been here. I have an office at a different location too, but for the past like half a year, I've had some neck and back pain issues. And so with that, I've been at home and kind of like going between the couch and working and that sort of stuff. But now I'm at a sit-stand desk. I'm trying to get better posture and everything to help with my neck. So all good things there. I'm pretty much out of pain. We're good, right? Then it started raining really, really bad one day, and we got like 6 inches of rain here in Georgia. And my crawl space, which is like 10 feet away from me that way, started flooding. And we took on about 6 inches of water at least down there. And so with that, we're like, okay, what do we need to do to get the water out? What are we supposed to do with everything, right? Do we need to I don't know, wrap the crawl space so water doesn't come in? Do we need to do this? Do we need to do that? All this sort of stuff. You don't need to know the logistics of everything. It's just the fact that I've been dealing with a whole bunch of people recently, and I've had disappointment after disappointment with people. So in today's topic, I say customer relations. This is actually like pre-sale of, getting before you get the customer and you're trying to quote them and doing all of that. And then also after you have the customer and doing those sorts of things. So I got a lot of great examples of don'ts. And last week they just all drove me crazy. So, and I kind of lost it. I did have an anxiety attack because I thought I was dealing with crazy people all the time. And yeah, I had to take a day or so there. Anxiety attacks are not fun, mind you. So if you ever want to talk about those, I know about them. Okay. So let's see. First example. And I'm not necessarily going in order of like when's a lead, when's not a lead, all that sort of stuff. But first example, when you have several employees in your business, make sure that the left hand is talking to the right hand and knows that you're on the same page. So my example was someone came out to look at the HVAC, right? And we're under contract with them, or we have a service agreement with them, so that they come out and look at stuff, you know, every 6 months, whatever it is. Every time they come out, I get a different story. Every time. It drives me crazy. It's like they're blaming the last technician on the crappy work that they did. And I'm going, why do I still want to be your customer? Why do I need to deal with this? Not to mention the dude, a couple other things. The dude told me I should just go ahead and sell my house because of all the issues I've had with it. Right? He's taking phone calls during while being in my crawl space. And I'm like, what? Are you talking to me? No, just talking on the phone. And then telling that guy about the really bad night he had the last night. So yeah, those are some unprofessionalisms, but it's more so at a higher level for me of, okay, I had the technician come out, look at my unit. He brought up concerns, right? Then I have the salesperson come out and tell me how much is going to be to fix things. He had different suggestions. So we were not on the same page, right? And so I don't feel like I trust you and I want to give you a lot of money to fix my problem when you're really saying, well, the service tech really didn't know what he's talking about, but the service tech is doing stuff to my unit. What? Guys, so here's the thing. When you have first of all, try to put systems in place so you do not have this miscommunication. You want to be on the same page with your customer. You want your customer, every time they interact with you, to have like the same understanding. Here's what's going on, right? So you need to have information in your systems to help other representatives be on that same page, right? Like have a customer management, you know, a CRM or something, so you can see the history of what's going on, right? And when you do differ, first, I would recommend having that conversation between the left hand and the right hand first, and then coming together and saying, hey, I know the service technician said this, but after we looked at it, this is what we think is a better solution, da 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 da. You know, after talking to him, I got some feedback from him, but knowing what I know, that sort of stuff, right? Wouldn't you like that better than, nah, you don't need to replace that. I don't know what he's talking about. We get, where am I getting any comfort that I want to give you money? Anything, right? Okay, that's one example. I got a whole page. Another one. The water, I don't know, restoration, waterproofing company, right? So I get it. Waterproofing companies around here, they're known for throwing out this huge number, and it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars to fix your basement or crawl space. And, you know, as soon as I saw water down there and doing all that, I'm like, great, my emergency fund is gone. Like, what are we going to rely on? What are we going to do? What, you know, my whole world is changing because I'm going to have to fix this basement, this crawl space. What is going on? So they feed off of that. They feed off of your fear. Think about a client that is about to, you know, their tax return's almost due and they haven't done anything with their books for a year. They're living out of fear, right? And they're going to make a decision out of fear. Are we going to capitalize on that? Or are we going to help them through it and find them the right solution? So obviously the company I went with, I'm not using. I'm still rarely ticked off at them. The first quote came back $14,000. They wanted to dig up my front yard and put a pipe out my front yard, right? Okay. So I have an HVAC system in the crawl space. Everything that's down there that vents horizontally out of the house vents out the back. So let's do something in the front, guys. Oh, not to mention next to like 200, 300-year-old tree that has roots everywhere that could be causing all my problems in the first place. Whatever, right? No, we're going to go it out that way, and that's what we're going to do, right? $14,000. That way, we're going to wrap it. We're going to do blah, 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 all this stuff. But I did see a crack in your foundation, so we don't actually do anything to that crack. We wrap around it so that water can't get more into it. Okay. So it's kind of doing something for the crack, maybe. Whatever. I can maybe see it there. So it's a matter of when you're presenting it to a client, it's got to make sense. Like, why am I going to dig up my front yard? And so I heard that. I was not feeling well that day. So my husband's telling me what the guy said. The guy's downstairs in the living room, probably hearing me like going, what? With my husband. And I'm like, well, wait, what is that going to fix? Like, what is the issue? And where are we going and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we have a walkway in the back of our house that angles towards the house. So if there's water on it, it goes towards the house. It's one of my issues, right? So why don't we just get rid of that walkway? And then, you know, my husband goes back and says that. He's like, oh, that's a really good idea. And he redoes some stuff, and the quote comes down to $5,000. $10,000 difference, pretty much. And then he's like, now, you know, it's a really busy time of, or no, it's a really slow time of year. So it'd be great if you got in on the schedule now, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, it took them 2 weeks to come out for the sales call. So again, not consistent on what we're telling our clients, right? We're setting an expectation of, hey, it's going to be 2 weeks to get out there because we're so busy right now. And then the sales guy, who you know is getting commission off of what he sells, it says, we're really slow right now. You should get on the schedule. It's a great time. I can get you great discounts right now. Oh my God, guys. Like, I can see right through that. I know that's just, what? And then now, because you're doing that salesy, icky stuff, then I don't trust you. I don't trust that your $14,000 quote is any better than your $5,000 quote. What do we need? What? I don't know. Okay. So that's another example of bad customer relations. How could they have done it better? Let's see. They could have come out and really looked at my house on the holistic level and explained what are the issues and how are things, you know, how is water getting into the house? So after some non-technical conversations with my realtor, some other people, whatever, we did figure out, oh, I had the same flooding issue last year, this time of year. Hey, guess what, guys? That big tree out front is losing all of its leaves. So is every other big tree around my house. My gutters are clogged. My gutters are crap. They're leaking everywhere. So I have an issue with getting water away from my house because of gutters first. Let me tell you, that waterproofing company, they sell gutters. Really? You have a perfect opportunity to look up and be like, oh, we have a little bit of an issue trying to get your water to come off the house and away from it. Maybe that's part of the problem. Let's start with that. Let's see how that works. So there's that. Okay, another one. Let's see. An online discount store where you get discounts for things and stuff. I got a random charge on my credit card. And I'm like, honey, did you buy something from there? He's like, no. I'm like, I don't think I did. I mean, maybe I took a sleeping pill and don't remember it, but I don't think so. And I try to log in to my system. And when I log in with my normal email address that I use, it is an empty account. There's no order history. My credit card information is not saved in there or anything. I've bought from them before. It's gone. It's just gone. I go back into my email and I see that there was an email from them a couple days ago and saying, hey, we changed your email address on your account per your request. Like, great. Awesome. I've been hacked, right? So I email that company, send them a message, which is impossible to try to find the support and stuff like that. And they say, hey, if you provide us with all of your information, name, address, last 4 digits of your credit card, the CID on your credit card, the expiration date on the credit card, the amount of the transaction, the date of the transaction, I don't know, blood type, what else they wanted. We can look into it and we'll get back to you within 48 to 72 hours. So I'm thinking, dude, guys, first of all, I feel like I've been hacked. You know the email address I'm sending it to you from, right? I can't, like, my information's gone. I don't know where my history is. So why can't you look into your system and see who changed the email address? You don't have to tell me who it was or what happened, but go look at that transaction. Go look over there. Anyway, so I give them half the information because I'm like, look, I feel like this is far enough because honestly, if I continue to give you more dots to my picture, someone's going to be able to hack me again. They say, I give them the date of the transaction, the amount, and then the last 4 digits of my credit card and the billing address, which is still a lot, right? They reply, say, sorry for your frustration. I know it's a lot of information, but can you just give us the amount and the date of the transaction? I'm like, can you look down in the email chain? It's right there, right there. So with that, let's talk about some issues, some problems that we could have here. Your support team, they need to have the resources available to support your customers, okay? And your customers should not have to do all of the work to get the support, right? Again, I am not telling that company, I want to know who it is, I want blah, blah, blah. No, I'm concerned about a transaction that was on this date, under my email address prior. The account has changed. Here's the email. Not to mention that email that says my account changed doesn't actually redirect me and say, if you think this is an error, please contact us at blah, blah, blah. Intuit does that. It's a very nice little email. Most companies do that. This one does not. It says, please go to customer support. You go to a website and you just start looking and try to figure out what's going on. So one, you have to be very careful with people's personal information. Do not ask for it over email and stuff like that. That's completely unsecure. Tell your representatives if it gets to the point and it's, as much of an issue, give them resources to escalate. Get them to the right people that will be able to make all the decisions to make this issue go away. Because the longer you keep an issue open, the more frustrated someone will get, the more likely they will be to share their frustration with everyone they know. Because they're living in frustration. And what do, guys, when we're upset? We bitch to everyone we know, right? I did it. I was frustrated. I called this company out on my Facebook page last week. I tweeted them, called them out, right? All of that. I finally got to the point, I was like, guys, you are not helping me. I'm just going to go ahead and submit it as a fraudulent charge on my Amex. And their reply was, okay, well, as soon as you do that, we're not allowed to talk to you anymore. And please be aware that if you submit a fraudulent chargeback on your Amex, that's grounds for us closing out your account. Like, you can no longer do business with us if you do that. So they're threatening me, pretty much. But here's the thing. They've already lost me as a client because I feel like they've taken my information, hacked it, done whatever. They don't even know how to get back to it. They, 48, 72 hours is not enough, is way too much time to figure out an issue. right? So my reply on Twitter, which I'm sure you can go look it up, is like, will you please delete it? Is that a promise? Because I really want you to delete that hacked account. Like, that's my problem. If I can get Amex to show you where that charge is that's faulty and fraudulent because of your systems, okay, yeah, please shut it down. Please, is a promise, please. People, give anyone that is having contact with your customers, you have got to get your brains together. Common sense. How do you want to be treated as a customer? Because I feel like right now, especially because of the holidays, everyone is crazy busy, blah, 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 blah. It's now has turned into you're inconveniencing me. Your issues are inconveniencing me in my very busy, frustrating time. Okay, I'll take my money somewhere else, right? Like that's the point. So just some notes. I'll give you some more examples of fun things. Hopefully I'm making you laugh. But some notes for all of us. This is things we can tell our clients, and this is things we can do ourselves. Give your customers an expectation of what to expect. Tell them what to expect. Because if you're not on the same page of expectations, they could be up here, you could be down here. They're going to be pissed off at you every single time because you didn't say the expectation is here. Okay? Now, follow through on your expectation. Be consistent. I don't care if the service level is right here. If I expect it, you tell me this is what is happening, and you deliver every single time. That consistency, that means more to me than if the service level is up here and you're inconsistent. Does that make sense? We want to build trust with our customers, and that is by telling them, being on the same page of what to expect and delivering it consistently. Consistency, I don't even know if that's the right word. Consistency, okay? I want them to know and rely on you. You guys know the Twitter chat is every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I have been there for over 5 years. There's been a few instances when I'm sick, and then Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas when I don't have it. And I tell you, we're not going to have it, right? Be consistent. That's it. My topic could suck one week. And there's been several weeks that it sucks. But I'm there. You can rely on me. You know it's there. And you can go to it and participate if you want to, right? So, be consistent. Now, if something goes wrong, apologize. Do not go immediately on the defensive and be like, well, you did da-da-da-da-da-da. No, apologize. I know we do a lot as out there of telling women you're apologizing too much. Well, okay, there are times when you are running a business and you have a customer, you need to apologize. Does that make sense? Apologize. Sorry, there was a mistake. Well, make it, I hope this doesn't happen. But you stop that frustration level. Once I hear an apology, like, I am sorry we made a mistake. Our system, our processes failed us this time. I'm sorry. We're going, we want to make it better for you. This is not what you should expect from us. Okay? And lay out your expectations again so that people are on the same page. I do it. I make mistakes. That's what happens. And that lesson I actually learned when I was working for a construction company, and I was a staff accountant or senior, whatever. I worked for the controller of our division, but I communicated with all the project executives on all the different locations. and help them understand their numbers, get their reports together every month, all of that, right? There's one guy at one of the locations, and he goes, Cathy, you know what I like about you? If you make a mistake, you own up to it and you say you're sorry, and then you fix it. That was the most eye-opening thing. Again, it's okay for us to make mistakes. The question is, what are you going to do? What is your character when you are trying to fix it? You know? And he would say, working with all of these guys, it's always about ego. It's always about something else. So they won't just apologize and make it right. They try to figure out, blame it somewhere else or do something. Dude, just apologize. There are ways to do non-apologies, apologies, all of that stuff, but just apologize. I'm sorry you had that experience. Because I don't want you to have that experience, because I value you as a customer. And I want you to come back to me as a customer and buy from me again. So I'm sorry you had that experience. Okay? And then if this continues to be an issue, then you gotta step up your game on the apology. You offer them something, and tell them exactly what you're going to do to put systems in place so it doesn't happen again. Okay. I have comped a customer a whole month before, because I just felt that there were too many issues, too many mistakes. Like I dropped the ball in a couple of different things throughout the month, and I'm like, I'm tired of saying I'm sorry. And you expect a different level of service from me. I'm going to get it back on track. Here, let's go ahead and comp you the month and let me know if there's any other issues, all that sort of stuff, right? That was appreciated. They're still a customer. Guys, they know to rely on me, but they also know I'm human, and sometimes things go bad. And it's a matter of how do you deal with that with your customers. Same thing should apply if you're dealing with a lead. Life is life. We're living in reality. If you make a mistake, own up to it. Say, this is not what I usually expect. And there you go. Now, Cindy Schrader, she just said, brownies go a long way to help with grace. Have a little bit of grace. I mean, if you make mistakes, send them brownies. She does that. Not when her necessarily make mistakes, but new customers, show the love to them. Show them how much you appreciate them, because they are supporting your life, your family, your home, your business. Show them the love that they chose you, right? And I said a handwritten note is never lost on anyone. So that's a really cheap thing to do. Just write something saying, thank you. I appreciate you as a customer. I'm sorry we've had some issues, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be to fix a problem or anything. So let's go back to some examples. Okay. This is a new one from today. My God, it just doesn't stop. I have all of the examples. Okay. So this is a restaurant in my neighborhood. Okay. Well, yesterday, there was a Facebook thread that started and said, guys, we went to the new location for this restaurant. It was horrible service. We had to wait, blah, blah, blah. They skipped our table, all this sort of stuff, right? And then several other people chimed in of like, yeah, we're really having issues with their service. We're doing, specific examples, right? Then you could see supporters of the restaurant, or of the person that runs the restaurant or owns it, I don't know. They come in like, we love this restaurant because they support our schools so well. They support the community. They're amazing. I honestly didn't see a I love that said that they had good food, but beside the point. And so the representative of that restaurant was like saying, oh, I love you too, to those posts. No reply to the negative ones. Just the, oh, thank you so much, right? Well, so my husband, yes, he posted on there and he said, you know, I don't know, it's a shame. You hope the management fixes it, blah, 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 right? He's been in food services. He understands it's hard, right? Then there's another thread on Facebook, not related to this restaurant whatsoever. We have a new law in our area where on Sunday we can sell liquor earlier in the day. So before like brunch, you cannot get a mimosa until 12:30. Now it's like 11 or something like that. Woohoo, right? It went into effect almost immediately. So someone posted and said, hey, we went to this other restaurant, not this one. We went to the other restaurant and said, and they wouldn't serve us alcohol. And, you know, and what's up and blah, blah, blah. They shared their disappointment, and then a couple other places did, right? My husband's like, again, they're uninformed staff. Management needs to do better informing them, right? In his short, sarcastic way. I get it. He's not perfect either. Her response to him, I know your name from the community, but I don't know you. I will say from your responses I have seen, you sure are hard on people. Yes, when you are bashing places, you're also bashing real live people. Wait, so my husband posts something about how management needs to deal with your business because you had issues. You find this other thread and you were reply over there. What? And then I chimed in, got whatever. I ended up Facebook messaging her and I said, hey, you would be doing better for the reputation of your business to do a quick comment on the people that are saying bad things and say, you know, I am sorry you had bad service. That's not what you should expect from us. We hope to see you again soon. Maybe private message them and offer them something to come back in, right? All the things that we've seen before on the customer service side to get them back and redo it. But if I see you, like, and you're a representative of that business, if I see you posting in other places complaining about stuff and complaining about people, I'm now associating you with the negativity. Like, even though you're trying to call out someone else, I now see you with the negativity. And, you know, I'm associating you with it. And by calling that out, I don't know. Let's go back through some comments. Okay. Pandora Fox, a local restaurant and their fans did the same in response to a review I wrote a few weeks ago. No ownership for the issues, no apology, just a bruised ego and a tantrum. Can you imagine if accounting firms did this all the time? Because let me tell you, there are some, because this is just a personality trait of people. Like once something happens, you get defensive and you push back. What are you going to do? Again, go back to Cindy. Have a little grace, be humble, and be honest, and let's recorrect those expectations that you're giving your customers, okay? Mariette, Cathy, icons, you look awesome. Yes, guys, I actually took, okay, I didn't take a shower. I did my hair today, and I put on makeup. It's amazing. With this neck thing, I haven't been able to do anything with my hair, so I did some curling. Let's see how long it lasts. We'll see. Okay, office looks great. Thank you. I did put up a couple of these things and I put up my chalkboard. What I mentioned earlier on is this truck thing was actually in my bedroom, so I just moved it downstairs. No bashing. Yes, reviews in response to customer feedback is critical for success. If I see on Yelp or on your ProAdvisor site that only negative comments and I don't see a reply from you, then I'm kind of going, well, maybe they're right. Maybe that negative comments is right. I mean, all you need to say is, I'm sorry you had that situation. May I contact you, or I will contact you personally offline, right? Then you don't have to get into all the drama on these sites. Like, you're not admitting that you're right or wrong. You're just saying, I'm sorry you had those issues. I'm going to reach out to you. Because I think most of us just want to know that the other company is at least trying. We haven't set up these systems in place that pretty much tie our hands behind our back so that we can't help our customer and can't make the situation right. So there's that. Actually, let me go over to this other one. All right. I'm going to read some of this. I don't want to necessarily call this person out, but if you're in that other group, maybe you do. I don't know. So the topic is just in a Facebook group, okay? Starts off with something really irked me this morning reading through people's issues on our group. Okay. She talks about how she's a doer. And you need to be doing something about it. And please reach out to me for my mastermind group starting this Thursday. And there's a whole bunch of other words. But dude, you're going to start your thread with, you know, you guys are really irking me complaining about your businesses. You should join my mastermind group. Are you kidding me? I mean, I have a Facebook group. It's closed. I feel like this is a safe place to complain and have stuff and people try to help each other out and stuff. Yes, I sell training, but I'm not going to say, guys, you know, these issues I see in my group, why aren't you signing up for my training? What? What? Common decency, people. Man, the other day, I taught my 9-year-old and 5-year-old about common sense. I don't know if they got it all, but I was like, this is my goal in life, is to make sure you grow up with common sense. Like, dear God. Okay, let's look at this app. So I'm trying to do more demos of apps so that I can share more with my community, right? All the followers on the website, the Facebook group, Twitter, all this sort of stuff. Because I've kind of gotten out of touch with the apps. So I want to learn more about them so I know where they sit within our ecosystem and where they could fit in different situations. And let's be honest, some apps don't know how to sell themselves. So I want to get demos from them. I want to see how they're selling themselves, how they're doing, you know, kind of like testing it all out to see if I would actually recommend it to someone else. So doing that, it's kind of a goal of mine. I feel like it'll help the community. Yes, the side effect, transparent side effect is I would love to build a relationship with the apps that I like and hope to get them sponsors one day so that make them sponsors one day so I can support them even more. But I'm not going to not say your name because you're not giving me money. I mean, I'm doing it all the time in the Facebook group. Like, I don't have a whole bunch of app sponsors, but if someone asks about something, I'm like, hey, I just saw about this one. Check out this app. And here's what it does. Something like that, right? I did that with FlowRev the other day, which does deferred revenue and stuff. I was like, hey, it didn't work in my situation for my client, but take a look at it. This is how it works. It works off of sales receipts and invoices, and then their system calculates what all the deferrals are and stuff. Take a look at it. See if you like it, right? Okay, so I was messaging some of these apps on Twitter and saying, hey, I'd like to get a demo. Can you email me at my email address, right? Sounds hard? Sounds really difficult, right? Guys. Let me like paraphrase this other one. It just does not get better than my world and lack of whatever. So I said, hey, love to get a demo, right? Hi, thank you so much for reaching out to us. Please feel free to connect with so-and-so at her email address. She'd love to connect with you. If you have any questions, just please let us know. My reply, can you just forward her my email address from my message above? Like, I said, you can email me. I mean, here's my exact thing I'm sending apps. Hey, well, okay, not this one. It was a little bit different. Maybe. Okay. Hey, I've been hearing your name around some in the QBO world recently, and I was wondering if you'd like to give me a demo. I'm often recommending apps to the QBOchat community, so I'd like to see how you guys stack up and compare. You can email me at. Your reply is, sure, we'd love to connect. Email us. Do you have to make it any harder for me to connect with you? Really? I tried to give you everything you needed. And here's this other one. This will be my final one for today. So I email, do that sort of thing. I'm like, hey, love to do a demo. Let me see if I can get to that email chain. This person actually messaged me because I put my email address in there and say, hey, feel free to message me, right? Thanks for reaching out. I'm happy to schedule a call demo with you. Let me know what days and times might work. I reply, great, here's my calendar. Here's a link to my calendar. Let me know if you have any questions. Then, before scheduling a full demo, it might be helpful for you to watch a recorded version. You can find it here. Scroll down about halfway to see it. This may spur some other questions. And then gave me a little bit more information about the app. And by the way, we have a referral program for firms like Iconis that may have clients in need. Obviously, kind of forgot the concept of doing this so I can help you reach out to other accountants in our space. But okay. So then I start getting a little pissy. I do that sometimes. I'm like, if you don't think it is worth your time to schedule a demo with me, that's fine with me. Thanks for the info. Maybe we'll see you on QBOchat, Twitter chat one day. And it's, sorry, I think we had a miscommunication. I would be glad to schedule a demo, but our solution consultants are knee-deep in sales demos right now, so that's their priority. They asked me to forward you with a recorded demo as a starting point. Like, well, my work is kind of crazy too, but I'm offering up my time to learn about apps so I can help them grow. Directing me to a link to watch something telling me I can get a demo makes it seem like my time isn't valuable, especially since your team is too busy with the sales calls. Wait, I guess that is also a sign to worry about your ability to scale. So, and it goes on. And then I got some other guy in charge and whatever. Guys, I know I was sarcastic. Borderline rude. But make it easy. Don't tell me you're going to do a live demo with me and then redirect me back to a recorded one. Like, you could have started out. You could have had a conversation with your team beforehand. You could have done so much. I mean, coulda, woulda, shouldas, but this is the whole point. Yes, Cindy Schrader says I'm a troublemaker. Yes, I am. But I don't think I should be, I'm expecting way too much. I'm expecting you to treat me like a human. You know, I ask you a question. Can you provide me a demo? If you want to direct me to a video, do that initially. Don't say, hey, yeah, let's schedule an online demo. What days work for you? Oh, by the way, never mind. Here's a link to the video. Just go about halfway through this page and get to da-da-da-da-da. I had to put that company, that app on hold. In a timeout, I guess. They're in a timeout. I was like, you know, I know we had a bad situation here. Let's just table this for a couple months. I'll see how you guys react with the community, because I'd also heard they were a little pushy and all this sort of stuff. Oh, you just lost my sound? Is my sound back? Because I was pushing things. Well, okay. It could be done soon. I don't know. Anything? Anything? finish this up. This is the last little bit, I guess. Yeah, so I told them, like, hey, let's just put things on pause. I'll be watching you guys, seeing how people, what people think of you and all that sort of stuff. And, we can reconnect in a couple months, especially since they're busy. We know it's the end of the year, whatever. I'm going to try not to hold it against them, try to get back to it. But I knew at that point I just needed to disconnect because it was going to get worse. Because I get snarky and frustrated. And that's what, you piss me off, it's not fun. But it takes a lot to get me there. So, anyway. I'm worried that, yeah, I still lost sound, but so if I haven't, someone tell me something. But okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up. What I said in the middle of here, give your customers an expectation of what to expect. It does not need to be the moon, stars, sun, everything. Just give them an expectation of what to expect and deliver on that expectation. Do it consistently and be reliable and there and something that they just, it attaches to their world. Deliver it every single time. For me, I go through my clients' books once a week. They get an email from me. I went through your books once a week. They know I'm there. Okay? If something happens, apologize. Apologize because there was a breakdown in your system. Apologize there was miscommunication. Apologize. Okay? Say, we'll try to do better. This is not what you should expect from us. Here we go. If it continues, up your game. Send them something, comp them something, and give them a solution that you have set in place in your business to make sure that doesn't happen again. It's like, if it's an employee doing something, hey, we've pulled you off of this. We now have a new accountant or bookkeeper on your account. We have a new sales rep. We have whatever it is. Here, let's just better fit in communications. You don't have to bash anyone. You don't have to do any of that. I know you're frustrated. I know things aren't working. We're going to try a different way. That's it. Just be a person. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay, guys? So thank you for joining me today. Coffee with Cathy. Hope you got some good tips on customer relations and all that sort of stuff. Let me know if maybe I should do a blog post about this. What do you think? Let me know. You can comment on this thread. It'll be around. You can watch this later, and we'll be posting the video up on YouTube as well. Okay. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. See ya later.